This is a 2012 F-150, the world's best selling vehicle, not just pickup truck, but vehicle. This is a 2013 Nissan Titan, a vehicle which after this year is actually going to be discontinued. Out of these two vehicles, which one would you drive and why? Let's talk about it. We're going to start things off with the F-150. The F-150 goes back forever, longer than I even want to read or learn about. It's been in production for a very long time and has gone through different iterations and generations. Everybody has their favorite, everybody stands by it, blah, 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 so on and so forth. Needless to say, they are loved by anyone. We are going to talk about this one in particular. Like I said, this one is a 2012 F-150 Lariat. All right, let's talk power plant. This has the 5-liter V8 in it, also known as the Coyote engine. People love these things. They're super awesome. Pretty reliable for the most part. This is one of the first generations that they actually started on. I believe it was this year or the year before. They actually did on. Don't quote me on any of this. But pretty reliable engine on there. Delivers nice amount of power. Like the sound it makes as well. And overall, just a really, really nice engine. Connected to that, we do have a 4-wheel drive system with a locking rear differential on it. And so you're pretty capable of being able to go anywhere in it. All the truck stuff, this one actually has. Another thing I love that Ford still does is you actually get these little pin codes right here. You can actually put in your pin to unlock the door. I think that's super awesome, and I wish every single car had them. These interiors on the F-150s just keep getting better and better. Keep in mind, this is a 10-year-old vehicle, and the stuff that it has is still very, very nice, even for the year. You do have auto windows in the front and everything like that. Power memory on here. Nice leather interior as well. And then for the inside, you did get heated and cooled seats. Some of them were optioned out with an actual touchscreen in them as well. And then you can also get them equipped with the sunroof, so they're all very, very nice. And as we can see with this is how it's aged. It showed some of its flaws. I think that's very common on these is on that passenger door. The wiring harness gets stretched out a little bit. Tends to stretch out those wires and they fray and break. And so you'll get this message coming up of that your passenger door is open when it's actually not, because this is a sensor in there that's not reading that the door is actually shut. And so that can be a little bit of an annoyance going on there. But as you can see, this thing's got 199,000 miles on it and it's still running like a champ. No dash lights on or anything whatsoever, minus, you know, what is going on with that door right there. So pretty awesome. I do like the analog gauges still. The only thing that I wish this actually had was for your trip, and they did this in the newer models as well, was to show your speed digitally. That is something that I actually really like and that I use pretty often. And so I wish that this had that. Moving over to your center stack here, you have all your buttons for your radio controls and everything like that. And you can see the radio control right up in here. This comes with a bass sound stereo system. Nothing too crazy. It does have the sync system on it. And so you can hook up your phone for Bluetooth and anything like that. And that's one thing I actually do like about sync. It connects very fast. And so for a user to get in who's never actually used sync before, it's pretty intuitive and able to get in there nice and quick. Like I said, you do have heated and cooled seats in here, which are super nice. You have nice cup holders, and then you get a huge amount of space in here, right in there. And then down, you can also plug in like your USB for your phone and a jack cord right there as well. These buttons are nice and easy to control. They all make sense, which is super nice as well, especially for your audio and everything. I know Chevy and Dodge like to put buttons on the back. Those can be a little bit confusing just because you forget which one does which, and then you end up changing your station or your song when you don't mean to, and that can be kind of frustrating. You do get a power window back here that opens and closes. which is nice. Overall, well thought out. You can tell that they've been doing this for a while because they thought about everybody, even the passenger, with this 12-watt power outlet. Moving on to the back, I feel like this is where Ford kind of shines as far as their crew cab trucks. This is just massive. I have kids in car seats, and I can put them in here and still walk into the back and be able to help them into their car seats, which is really nice. So if you're, you know, a big adult, you can still fit in here, zero issues whatsoever. You know, if you're taking a crew guys to a job site or something like that, you can fit them in. If you had to fit equipment in, fold these seats up. This all lays flat right here. You can throw a ton of stuff in. I put my dog in here before, and it goes in there pretty nice and easy. So that is something that I actually really enjoy. And that kind of makes up everything I want to talk about with the Ford. I want to move on to the Nissan Titan. Now this is a 2013 Nissan Titan, and this one has the funniest package I think I've ever heard of. It is a heavy metal chrome package. And what that means, well, I guess you'll have to watch the rest of the video and kind of find out exactly what that means. You can find out part of it by looking. There's a lot of chrome everywhere on it, and that is part of the package that comes with it as well. I like these vehicles. I think there's something that's kind of slept on. I want to talk about certain reasons why I think they're slept on and why I think people actually should buy them more and why they are actually more of a truck than most trucks are right now. All right, so the first thing that we are going to start with is, of course, the power plant. This is a 4-wheel drive V8, like every truck should be. And it is the 5.6 liter V8. This is the same one that they actually use in their Infiniti Q, whatever it is, and also the Nissan Armada. So it's a proven true powertrain that they've been using for a long time. It's got a nice amount of power, and as we'll see when I go on the inside here, I was actually averaging drive rate between 16 to 18 miles per gallon, which on a big V8 truck that is shaped like a block is really nice. Another thing that I think makes this more of a truck is the stance on it. As you can see, it sits a little bit higher. We've had a few of these, and so I know that's not just the suspension package that is on it, but they actually do sit up a little bit higher and a little bit more beefy compared to the other trucks that are out there. So you get a nice higher seating position when you're driving, which is really nice. And this one, this is something somebody added aftermarket, which is really nice. Actually included some air suspension set up very nicely. There's your plugs right there to inflate and deflate. Let's see if I can get a good shot. You can see them right there. So that makes it really nice for hauling trailers if you're loading up with a heavy load or anything like that. And talking about heavy loads, something that is really nice is these little rail systems. Now on these Titans, you will notice this little flap right here, this little compartment. Gonna open it up for you. You can store stuff in here. This one has stored these little tie-down straps, or not straps, but anchors right here. What happens is these actually slide in right here. And so if you're carrying anything that you need strapped down, you can put these in here, tie them up to it and strap them down so that they won't go anywhere. And I think that's something that's actually pretty cool that is included on these Nissan Titans. And I also do love this space right here that can be used, you know, for extra tools or anything like that, so you don't have to have them in the cab. I think that about does it for the exterior. I overall just kind of do like the way they look, a little bit more boxy, but that's my own personal styling. But that's it for kind of the exterior of the vehicle. I want to go and take a look on the inside. As we enter in here, it's an SL package, and like I said before, it is a heavy metal chrome package. With the SL, you get memory seating over here, power windows, automatic on the front ones right here, obviously power mirrors, everything like that, and you can actually get folding mirrors, which is really nice as well, if I can actually get them to function. They don't want to do it for me, but they're there. Like I said, this is an old truck. Another thing, you get adjustable seat, adjustable foot pedals. You get sensors for your back of the camera. There's your cargo lamp, indicators, and everything like that. You do have power seating right there as well. You get these nice leather seats. On this part, I think the F-150 wins for me personally, just because I think the seats are more comfortable. These aren't bad. I do like that they have the armrest right here, kind of lazy boyish. My wife actually prefers these seats over the F-150 seats, so it's kind of give or take. So, as you can see here, the mirror's just closed as I turn the power on to the vehicle. Now we'll get them to open back up. So that does work. I just had no power going to them. So that's a really nice feature to have. Now this is where I feel that Nissan could have updated this as well. Being a 2013, this I still feel was dated even for that time. Everything is still pretty analog. I know a lot of people like that still because you do have a lot of your necessary gauges, like your trans temp, motor temp, power, voltage, gas, and your oil pressure as well. So not horrible. I just wish that there was an actual digital gauge in the middle so that you could go through more info. Now, as you can see right there, yeah, averaging 16.6 miles per gallon. So pretty awesome on that front. Like I said, this, as far as scrolling through and getting all your information, kind of sucks. You still toggle through right here. So that is a little bit annoying, and I wish it's something that they would actually update. I don't really love it that much. This piece feels really flimsy and like I'm gonna break it all the time, and so I don't really love using it all that much. Going into the center console here, this is the reason this is called a heavy metal chrome package. It comes with the Rockford Fosgate system, and this is super, super loud. Probably honestly a little bit too loud for this truck, but it's just super fun that they put something like that into this vehicle, and it is something that I like getting into, especially when I just want to listen to music really, really loud. You have all your basic controls that you need down here. You do get heated seats in it, which is nice. You do have a power inverter right there from 400 watt to, 400 to 150 watt right there. You get a lot of storage down in here as well, pretty similar to the F-150. The F-150 is maybe a little bit wider. I do like that this is included down here, so it's not up by the cup holders getting all dirty. Got your cup holder space here, and then you actually have another space here where you can kind of divide this up, be able to hold more stuff, which is nice as well. So it's time to get to the part of this truck that annoys me the most, and that is the infotainment center right here. You can easily get to your maps, navigation, and everything like that, which is super nice. The thing that frustrates me the most is I like to listen to my Bluetooth music a lot of the time, and when you press auxiliary to get to that, you get this little screen right here, and then sometimes, like right now, it doesn't want to switch over to Bluetooth, and that is super, super annoying. You actually have to restart the whole truck in order for it just to reboot and recognize, oh, your phone is actually connected and you can listen to music now. So I wish that is something that has changed. I'm sure they did change it with their newer models. In fact, I know it did because we have a newer Titan here on the lot as well. Just something for this year that really annoyed me, and honestly would make it that I probably would not want to buy this truck just for that reason, unless I was just planning on swapping this out, which I guess is an option as well. But overall, the cab space on this is awesome, super huge, lots of headroom going on there as well. You get these included with a sunroof. We have a black one that's got a sunroof on it. They have all these funky storage bins. This is something I actually wish they wouldn't do as well. They're deceptive. You think it's a DVD player. No, it's just storage for all of your Oakley sunglasses that you're gonna carry, I guess. So kind of weird on that end. But here as well, you get a ton of space. A little bit more this way, I think, in the F-150. Or maybe it's just how the doors are angled. But I feel like in the F-150, you get a little bit more room than you do in these ones, but still not bad at all. All right, so that is my opinion on the two trucks. F-150 is super nice, has a lot of features that work out really well, but also, I think the Nissan Titan has a lot of features nice. It has some things that bug me, yes, but those could easily be fixed. I think if you're looking for a truck that can do everything you need to, pull, haul, and all that stuff, it's something that is, quite comparable to it. Even though I had a few things to kind of complain about a little bit on it, I could find things to complain about the F-150 as well. For one, the body, don't really love it all that much. It's kind of flimsy, doesn't feel like it's put together very well. While on the Nissan, the interior bits, some of them kind of bother me a little bit. So it's give or take on both, but for sure, if you're looking for a half-ton truck, I think you should definitely check out the Nissan Titan and see if it's something that would fit for you. But yeah, tell me your guys' thoughts in the comments down below. Thanks for watching. Keep it real.